Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. I hope that's what you just did to your work week. I hope you finished that work week and kicked its ass to the curb because it's time for the weekend. Happy Friday. Hope your work week was quick and painless. Thank you for being here. Shout out to all the usual suspects in the comment section and to the unusual ones. Welcome. Is it your first time? Are you a Jericho Green virgin? Well, don't worry, I'll be gentle. Thanks for being here. Shout out to all the folks who became members yesterday. Continue that trend. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Endo Slim. Pimping is easy, bitch. Appreciate it. What's up, JG? Popping cherries and taking names. Thanks for breaking that financial hymen. Came here to kick some names and take some ass. What's going on, guys? As promised, and I don't make promises unless I know I can keep them. My kids taught me that. Don't make promises you cannot keep. Okay? Don't do it. So I don't promise unless I know I can keep it. So yesterday I promised you that Biden said some stupid shit when he was doing a screening. Fuck. A screening for the movie Till that is about the unfortunate story of Emmett Till, the boy, 14-year-old black boy who was brutally murdered. If you know the details of the case, you know, it's about as bad as it gets. It's about as horrific and terrible and violent an end as you can come to, especially as a 14-year-old boy. 14, yeah, you're a young man, but you're barely in your teens. You're closer to being a kid than you are to being an adult. And I'm not talking just as far as years. 14 years old. So yeah, man, that's very terrible. That's very sad. But the story is always dredged up when they want to garner sympathy. You had LeBronica James's stupid ass mention Emmett Till, saying that he knows how Emmett Till's mother feels because somebody allegedly someone allegedly sprayed the word nigger on his garage at his $20 million home in Brentwood. So that's that. That's the same as having your child murdered, apparently, according to LeBronica James. Mrs. Hughes says, I went to high school with Danielle Deadweiler. That's how you say it. I believe that's the lady who played his mom in the movie. She's a great actress. I'm not going to get into the movie, the quality of the movie or anything. It's just, why that movie? And we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but today we're going to have some sound bites. We're going to have some sound bites from Sloppy Joe. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What happens when you mix a hot mic, Sloppy Joe, and black folks? You know what you're going to get? You're going to get some awkward sentences. You're going to get some lies. You're going to get some fear mongering. And he didn't disappoint. One thing about Biden is pervertus is he's consistent. You know what you're going to get, unlike the box of chocolates, right, Forrest? Chuck Lawden. Thank you. Oh, hey, Craig. New Jersey is Greenville. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Thank you so much. Mom Ranger 2010, also a new member. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Mom Ranger 2010. You Navy veteran, you. Look at that support. Thank you very much. And hold on a second. I saw something up here. Desiree, why not play Blade? Black Panther. There's a plethora of black movies or movies with black folks in them. Luke Letterly, what's going on? That they could have played. Stories that are, they have some triumph in it. Something's happening, but you make it through it and you come out better for it on the other side. Dramas, comedies, action. What do you want? But it's always this shit. It's always some, we have it hard. We'll never make it. It's always that bullshit. There's always some downtrodden, sad shit. Iron Bully guy, car wash. Yeah, man. Give me some Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney in there. Something. Not this wet blanket shit. Erica by Da Vinci, I thank you very much. She has also become a new member. I now have a membership feature on my channel. So if you want to be one of the cool kids, if you don't want to stand there with your lunch tray and look around for somewhere to sit, come on over here with the cool kids. I even got a little intro, a little welcome video for you. Custom. Thank you very much, Erica, and all you others. JJ Finnegan, Green Mile. So many. The list goes on. J954, you said plethora. I did. Way to hold me accountable. Rex Rocker, Richard Pryor, the toy. I showed that to my son this past Christmas. He thought that was the funniest shit ever. He's like, you can buy people? I was like, well, not really, but I guess you could. He's renting him. He's not buying him. But I hadn't seen that since I was a kid, man. That movie was ridiculous. Brendan Gerzalak, thank you for the Hamilton. From Biden, you're also going to get a lot of stuttering and tripping upstairs. I mean, tripping over words. Both. You actually did not have to correct yourself. You are right. He will trip over both. More frequently, he trips over words, but you give him a set of stairs. Fuck those up too. Guaranteed. Thank you, Brendan. Mandy Westcott, me lady. Thank you. She is also a member. Thank you. Endo Slim, he became a cool kid yesterday. You sure did, man. Spunberry 65. Thank you. Also a member. So now that I got all these members, I better get started on that members only content, right? I should get a members only jacket. I should get a members only jacket when I do the videos. That'll be hella funny. I'm gonna see if I can find one of those. Where the fuck do you find a members only jacket? Yes, Mads, memberships just started yesterday. Come on, girl, you better come on in. Daryl Alexander, Jericho's coming up on the membership today. Yes, man, and I appreciate it. I will make it worth your while. Sheep Will Beware, Bustin' Loose, and Which Way Is Up are two of my favorite Richard Pryor movies. Yes, Bustin' Loose, that is a good movie. Like, people, of course, rightfully so, you think comedy when you think Richard Pryor because he's the greatest comedian in the world, and I'll die on that hill. But Bustin' Loose, it was funny. It had some funny parts in it, but it's a story about this guy who I believe it's been a while since I've seen it, but he got out of prison and something part of his parole or something, but I think it's the only job he could get, something like that. And he gets a job driving a bus for these kids. And I can't remember the lady's name. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I must have been a kid the last time I saw it. But he ends up falling in love with the lady, this teacher, or it's like a at-risk youth program or something like that. And these kids are going out to this farm. I think the lady found a house for him to live or something like that. But the story is about him starting out as, he starts working there. He don't like no damn kids. He doesn't want to be there. but then he ends up forming a relationship with these kids, and he has the kids, they all have a story. That's why they're in this program. And the kids, he doesn't like them at first, but he starts to like them. They like him. He falls in love with the kids. He falls in love with the woman. Richard Pryor could act. And again, there, of course, there's comedy in it. There's some hella funny parts, but it's not just a comedy. It's some drama, man. You might even shed a tear or two in that movie. But Bustin' Loose is a good movie. Could have played that. Biden is pervertus. You could have played Bustin' Loose, but you didn't. You played Till. Because when they see that racism smoke settling, they can't. They got to stir it back up. You ever been walking in a river and you step in the bottom and your foot goes and it disturbs all the dirt and you got that cloud of dirt everywhere? It takes a while, but eventually that dirt is going to resettle and the water will be clear again. Well, when that dirt starts to settle and that water starts to get clear, they can't have that shit. Stir it up. So why don't we play during Black History Month, instead of highlighting the successes of Black people and the contributions of Black people, let's highlight the bad things that happen to Black people. Let's highlight the bad stuff, the sad stuff, not the happiness. Let's not celebrate. Let's mourn. Piece of shit. Thank you, Erica by Da Vinci. Again, in the C Note Club. Somebody join her. Erica by Da Vinci is lonely in the C Note Club. I thank you. Come play. The water is fine. Don't you worry about that, Erica. This comment section will play at some point today. Thank you. Theany, another member. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Brant Pence, you can buy Democrats. Hell yeah, you can. And not for a lot. You get a nice deal on those crooked sons of bitches. J954, thank you. First members only swag. Neck bobble, we ready. You're not going to give up on that, man, and I appreciate it. I respect your consistency. I respect your dog on a bone mentality. Appreciate that. Stick with it. We'll get him, man. We'll find him somewhere. Somewhere. There's a God somewhere, and he sits on high and looks down low. Where's that from? There's a God somewhere. Oh, man. Love that movie. Why'd they shit on it? Why? Why? Remember Nettie? Why? You guys don't know who Nettie is. You don't know who Nettie is. Hold on. I think I missed one. That's right. Coming to America. DMW 24/7 TV. Thank you as well. Also became a member. There's a God somewhere. Oh, that shit is so funny. Oh, that's so funny. You're right, man. DMW 24/7 TV. Oh, there it goes. Membership has its privileges. It does. You guys want some real privileges? Never mind that white privilege bullshit. Come get some of this membership privilege. Jay Reason. He brought Gilligan off the island. Oh, that shit's too funny. Rem Brown. Give it up for Rem Brown. Rem Brown been my ribbon since I was a little boy. He kisses him on the cheek and he wipes it off. What the fuck? Off the island. Space Trucking LLC. Thank you. What's up, JG? Is there a join button that I'm missing? I want to be part of the Team Green, man. Yeah, there should be a button there. When you go on my page, there should be a membership button. Maybe some of you have become members. Maybe you could let them know, because I only know it from my end, creating the membership, not. Okay, J954 says it's like a super chat. So I guess if you go to super chat, it will give you the option. That's beautiful. What is that, velvet? See, Eddie Murphy should have been nominated for an Oscar for Coming to America and Nutty Professor for playing all those parts. Genius. Genius. And executed every character perfectly. I don't know why he wasn't considered for an Oscar. He should have won one, but he wasn't even considered. Who the hell else was doing that? That shit was amazing to see him play all those characters, and everybody got on his nuts for doing those characters in Nutty Professor. That was like 1996. Coming to America came out in 1988. That's the first time. Then they all weren't sitting together at a table. I guess that made it more cool to other people. But seeing him play all those characters, he'd done that before, and he should have been awarded for it. Let's see. Space Trucking says my only options are super chat or super sticker. I don't know, man. Mouse C, he got it. Shout out to Mouse C. He's now a member as well. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Space Trucking. DJ John T. Thank you. Hi, Jericho. I'm thinking of visiting USA. I heard East Palestine is nice. I'll bring Greta with me if she dares. That little shit. Little miserable shit. Don't go to East Palestine right now. At least wait 15, 20 years, then you can go. And do not bring Greta here. We have enough entitled, angry assholes here already. You're going to have to hold on to that one, Sweden. Okay? You got to hold on to that one. You can't do that to us. We got enough problems going on over here. We have enough toxic things in our atmosphere right now. We do not need that little, how dare you, with a little scrunched up face. Anthony DeRosa, you can't snap on Reggie. Women be shopping, baby. You cannot stop a woman from shopping. That shit is so funny. Yeah, Mom Ranger 2010. I remember you mentioned yesterday you were visiting your folks. I hope they're doing all right. She says, I'm 30 miles outside of Ground Zero. It's horrible. 30 miles. That's a long way. 30 miles is a long way. And it's still horrible. So imagine people 3 miles away, 1 mile away. One guy I saw, they had a town hall yesterday, and the mayor was there, and all the people were there, and some of the people representing the railroad, they didn't show up. They cited fear for their safety. They thought some of the townspeople were going to hurt them. I mean, I don't know. You can't speak for a large group of people. You don't know what they're going to do, but I think the mayor would have provided police, and I'm sure they could have provided their own security. And I think that the people there are civil enough to air their grievances without getting violent. I hope. But again, you don't know what people are going to do. You don't know what they're dealing with. You don't know what they've seen, what they've dealt with before this. So, you can't say 100%, but they still should have shown up. They should have shown up. The representatives, Mom Ranger 2010 says, my eyes are still burning, lungs hurt, hold on, it jumped on me. Packing the rents up and bugging out on Sunday. Got people leaving. And if you're going to go somewhere and stay somewhere, you got to feed yourself. You got to have lodging, gas, and everything. Just pay for it all, and then the government will reimburse you. Don't worry about it. Trust the government is what they said. Legal Alien, thank you. Another member. All the members scoot over because it's starting to get packed in here. The cool kids table is getting full. Don't worry, we'll bring out more tables. Get your ass in here. But the representative for the railroad company should have been there, being that you guys are the ones carrying the chemicals that are at the center of all this. Peter Butt, Booty Gauge, the transportation secretary, the My Two Dads. Remember that TV show? They had a TV show in the 80s called My Two Dads, and they still weren't gay. Let them make a TV show called My Two Dads today. Yeah, exactly. But Peter Butt is what I start calling him. He should be there as well. The federal government should be represented there. Get your ass on the ground, boots on the ground. Even though your boots they may have higher heels than normal, they might be bedazzled, Peter Butt. Get your punk ass on the ground. Let the people know this is a priority. Let them know that you're taking care of it. But what did he do instead? Instead, he didn't show up. Then he sends out a tweet. How can the mainstream mediocres have a problem with what Trump tweeted? And you don't have a problem with these people tweeting what they tweet, and all they do is tweet. So he tweeted it some bullshit that blamed Trump. You got it right. Somehow they are going to twist and turn and contort their agenda to fit in any box. And he somehow connected Trump to the problems he's having taking care of this terrible situation in East Palestine, Ohio. Somehow, some way, Trump is responsible. He has one of his orange hands in this. Somehow. So Peter Butt, he connected Trump to this. Thank you so much. Because I was wondering who else is responsible. Of course, the evil orange guy. Of course. Duh. Mandy Westcott, how can we still be sending money to fucking Ukraine? Great question. Great question. What do you think would happen if there was a train derailment and highly toxic chemicals were spilled in Ukraine? What do you think would happen? You know exactly what would fucking happen. Biden would talk about it immediately. There would be funds allocated and rushed to Ukraine immediately. All these dignitaries and heads of state and head of all these departments and Biden's cabinet would be there immediately. I bet you Buttigieg would show up over there. That's a damn shame that our transportation secretary has a better chance of showing up in a country 6,000 miles away than going to a catastrophe a few hundred miles away, maybe 1,000. How far is DC from Ohio? I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure Ohio is way closer than Ukraine. Are you kidding me? If this happened in Ukraine, if Putin shot a missile and blew up a train track and the train derails and it spills chemicals on those very important Ukrainians, more important than you, how fast would they be over there? How fast would Biden be stumbling through a speech about it? That's why my administration is allocating $10 billion in emergency funds to go to Ukraine. That's exactly what that fucker would say. And they'd all be wearing their little Ukraine pins. They'd all have their yellow and blue Ukraine pins on their lapels, showing support, showing solidarity with the people of Ukraine. But the people of Ohio pay for it and will reimburse you. Did they tell Ukraine, pay for your war and then we'll reimburse you? Fuck no. They stepped on your head. They stepped on my head. They face palmed us to get to the front of the line and give Ukraine all the money they could ever want. Maybe if they want some help, maybe East Palestine, Ohio should change their name to Ukraine, Ohio. And then it'll be, that's FEMA, EPA, Peter Butt, all of them. Then they'll get there. Ukraine, Ohio. I thought it was Ukraine. Fuckers. You motherfuckers. You know they would. Hurry up, East Palestine, Ohio. Change your name to Ukraine, Ohio, and watch the money and resources start pouring in. They'll come up and slap that stupid store brand bottled water right out of your hand. You kidding me? You're Ukraine. You don't drink that distilled water bullshit. Have some Fiji water. Have some smart water. Have some of that. It's too good for you. You're Ukraine. Save that shit for the Americans. Motherfuckers. You know they would. Thenie or an area full of illegals. Either one. Either one. Is it cheaper to, what's it cheaper to do? Change the name of your city or bust in a bunch of illegals? Because whichever one of those you do first, that's how you get the money. You fucking assholes. You have, that's right, spun bearing. Deflect, 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 and then deflect one more time. Desiree, yeah, Peter Butt. I mean, isn't that crazy? You're a gay dude, and your first name is Peter, and the first four letters of your last name are Butt. Oh man, that's right. Rome 13. The Trump train did it. Choo choo. Trump. 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 That's not even what the the train. Chugga 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 chugga. Listen closely. Don't be stupid. Listen closely. Trump. 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 Choo choo. Trump. J954. I cannot read that for fear of retribution from the YouTube overlords, but I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. That's a damn shame. It's Trump's fault. I'll read the tweet to you later. Mom Ranger 2010 and Nikki Haley is asking for money for Ukraine on her day 2 of her campaign, not Ohio. Come on now. Are they? Are they that tone? Are like you can't just be tone deaf. You got to be blind too. Are you stupid? You're even talking about us sending money to another country when you have this catastrophe in your own country? Come on, dog. You can't be that dumb. Trump probably discouraged too much, but play by train engineer, but by train engineers that piss Pete off. You know it does. I'll read it though. Stacey Haster, a new member. Welcome, Stacey. Everybody scoot down and make some room for Stacey Haster at the cool kids table. Come on, girl. Get over here. That's right, Rome 13. Look at all the balloons, though. Look up. Remember, up. When you're looking here, you're getting robbed blind down here. Are you looking up there? You're getting robbed down here. Spun bearing. Newsweek covered how White House questions continue backing Zelensky. Yeah, other than Peter Doocy, and I think there's one or two other people who actually ask poignant questions and grill these fucking idiots. But other than that, it's all their people. It's all their lapdogs. I mean, if you're constantly throwing treats, those are your lapdogs. They sit right there. They ask the easy underhand softball pitch questions, and they let them go. They don't ask them like, why are you doing this? But you said this before, so why are you saying this now? Right? They don't hold their feet to the damn fire. They just, no. Just like when you see them in an interview. When you see these fools interviewing Biden. They don't ask him no real hard-hitting questions. Sir, what'd you have for breakfast today? What do you think about the color green? Like, what the fuck? They ask him stupid shit. Stupid. J954. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I could say that one. Spun bearing 65. Get the people out of there. What? Why? It's safe to go back, man. What are you talking about? They said it's safe to go home. They asked the damn governor, would you drink the water? Oh, well, no, I wouldn't drink the water, but I'd go home, but I'd drink the bottled water at home. Okay, because people aren't going to be in their own home and have muscle memory and accidentally ingest the water. That won't happen. Because they're so used to, it's not like you're on vacation in Mexico, okay? You're not going to have a bottled water next to the sink to brush your teeth with and rinse your mouth out. Because if you use the tap water, you'll get violent diarrhea. So you think it might be a real possibility that someone might forget because they're in their home and ingest the water or bathe their kids in it or their animals or themselves. Go home. It's just water. Stacy Hastert, thanks for what you do, Jericho. Much love from Alabama. Appreciate it, Stacy. You Roll Tide or War Eagle? Just need to know where we stand. Matthew Witham, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Bam Bam Bigelow, East Palestine will become a ghost town. I said that yesterday, man. I agree. I think it'll be like some Chernobyl shit where eventually they'll have to move the people out and it'll just be uninhabitable for the next 1,000 years. You know? It's fucking ridiculous, man. Could it have been prevented? Probably. Ranson Shan, thank you. Why don't non-crazy Dems call out the crazies? Good question, man. That would help us all. Because when you have a group like that, it takes the people who are also in that group who may not be as crazy as they are to help us out. You got to help us out. Lord Bibby 42, new member, come on in. And if my eyeballs aren't tricking me, I think you've changed your profile picture, and that looks like me. So thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome in. Scoot down, guys. Scoot down. Another kid at the cool kids table. Let's start handing out Lettermans. Creole Lady. Scoot down again. Thank you very much. She is our latest member. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, sweet Dick Maloney. You're a sick fucker, Sam Schmidt. That lady, whoever she is, woman, we need to get, when you pass away, lady, and I hope it's a long time from now, we need to get a statue or something for you right there in that park. Right where you stood and said that, we need to put a statue of you right there. Right there. The dude says, remember to get your poke before returning to your residence. Sounds very, very 1984 of you. Yeah, Mom Ranger 2010. Or use the largest organ, your skin. You know the shit you're covered in? No, they're so damn stupid. They are so damn stupid. Rex Rocker, thank you. I saw a story. Some Ukraine guy disappeared with $600 million we gave them. Maybe true, maybe not, but the media won't talk about it. Yeah, we know it's probably true. And only 600 million? Only 600 million? Shit, we got off lucky. If that's all he took, we're sending them 10, $20 billion chunks. Mandy Westcott, Jericho, why haven't any other states offered any help? To be honest, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if they have, maybe on the low, maybe, not making it public, but I would certainly hope so. The federal government is the accumulation of all other states, all of us. We all give money to these fools. So these fools, FEMA or whatever, are supposed to come in and handle business. I tell you what, if this was some foreign country where they had some natural disaster and a bunch of people got fucked up, we'd be right there. Why are we not here? That shit's crazy, man. They're fucking this up. They're dropping the ball big time. Spunbrain 65, the Ohio River and everything attached is contaminated. Yeah, if one body of water is contaminated and it eventually runs into all the other ones, then it makes sense that all forms of water or all bodies of water that it's in contact with will eventually become contaminated. So it cannot be contained. It has not been contained to Ohio. It's already gone. The water's flowing. The water that got contaminated with those chemicals is gone. It's off to infect. Robin Spielman, what up? That water's gone. Why don't we start a little lighthearted today, huh? You're still going to get a little angry, but it's just so fucking stupid. Like, are you serious, man? Are you serious? Speaking of Sam Smith, you demonic motherfucker. That lady is the best. Let's see, right here. So somebody was talking to this little turd. Sounds like it was in England. And Sam Smith has another term instead of fisherman. You know how they like to change anything with man or woman in it? No, that needs to go. Throw it out. Because we all need to feel good and blah, blah. Shut your mouth. Okay, so this is what Sam Smith thinks of fishermen. Because in case you didn't know, Sam Smith likes to fish. I know you would think because of he's in the alphabet soup group, he wouldn't like fish because, but he likes to fish. Here we go, Sam.
You're a big fan of fishing.
I do love fishing. Yes, I do.
What?
Yeah, I'd love to be a fisherman.
What, like a
You hear that? I'd love to be a fisher them. Fisher them. Not a fisherman. Fisher them.
fly fisherman?
I'd be any type of fisherman. I think I would like to one day. I'd just like to end my days fishing. Like
We
sitting
can
on
sort
a
that
boat.
out.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, feasible.
I do it on the sea and I do it in the lakes. I've never done it alone. Someone's always taught me.
Fantastic. You're a big fan of
What the fuck?
fishing.
I do love
No.
fishing. Yes, I do.
What?
Yeah, I'd love to be a fisherman.
What, like
A fisher them. A fisher them. You know why they call them fishermen? Because usually it was a man out there fishing. One of a lot of pink fishing boats out there back in the day. So when that word was created, fisherman, because men were out there fishing a little bit.
a fly fisherman?
I'd be any type of fisherman. I think
I'd be any type of fisherman. I'd love to be a fisherman. I'd be a fisherman in the ocean. I'd be a fisherman in the lakes. I'd be a fisherman in the rivers. I'd be a fisherman in a little pond with the koi fish. I'd love to be a fisherman. Don't do this to Sam if you see him in public. Guys, I know every time you heard him say, fisher them, I'd be a fisher them, and I love being a fisher them. I know. Anytime somebody talks like that, that's what you want to do. Because that shit sounds absolutely fucking stupid. A fisher them. Oh, I'd be all kinds of fisher them. What the fuck? Fisher them? Fuck was that? So I Matthew Coolidge. What? I'd love to be a fisher them. Come here. Stupid ass. Andy Heim, Sam Smith, y'all bastard. That lady's the best. She told him what's up to his face, you punk bitch. And something I heard today, I don't know, I don't remember who it was. Yeah. Wait, who said that? Kathleen Waters, Fisher Dumb. Yeah, that's definitely what he is. I'd like to be a fisher dumb. I'd be a fisher dumb in the lakes. Oh, I'd love to be a fisher dumb in the ponds. And then he goes, oh, I've never done it alone. Someone's always taught me. So you're an avid fisherman or not? Because if you're an avid fisherman, you don't need somebody there fucking being Patrick Swayze from Ghost standing behind you showing you what to do. I'd love to be a fisher dumb. Anyway, I can't remember who said it or where I saw it. But this guy, he made a great point. He said, why is it okay? DJ John T, that's Sam Smith. He was on the Grammys the other night and he was performing with All Red like he was Satan. That idiot. And this lady yesterday cussed his punk ass out. But this guy, he said, notice how it's okay to say the Chinese spy balloon, right? Even Biden's Pervertus said that. He said everybody's calling it a Chinese spy balloon. Okay. But it was racist for Trump to call it the China virus. So why is that okay? Why is that okay? Why is it okay to call it a Chinese spy balloon? Because that's racist. How do you know? How do you know where it came from? Why would you just call it a Chinese virus or a Chinese spy balloon? That's so racist. Just call it a spy balloon. You can't call it a Chinese spy balloon, but or originated from China. Yeah, but you can't call it that. But you just did. And by your logic, you shouldn't be able to call it that because Trump wasn't able to call it the China virus when we all know that it came from China. Spanish flu, anybody? What is that? MERS? Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome? You name it after where it came from because that's easy. Hunter Bautista. That's why I call it the sweet and sour sniffles, because it came from China. Isn't that where sweet and sour sauce came from? What the fuck? By your logic, you guys should all be painted as racist because you're attaching a country to it. That's racist to tell the truth. He called it the China virus because it came from China. No. Can't do that. Racist. The Chinese spy balloon. I don't get it. It's hard to keep up. Ranson Shan, thank you. Palestine, Ohio should be renamed Ukraine for help. Yeah, that's what I said, man. It should. If you want help, rename it Ukraine or flood it with the illegals. That's the only way you're going to get help. Because all you jackasses are white. 93% of that town is white, and 70% of them voted for Trump. Strike 1 and 2. Feeny says, Fisher Twink is more like it. Oh, man. Fisher them. Golly. If you could exhume some dead World War II veteran and show him this, what do you think he would say? Oh, boy. Oh, man. How can we? Wait a minute. I haven't even mentioned this gem, this jewel, this shining ruby. This is the jewel that would be in the crown of the king. I haven't even mentioned this jewel yet to you yet, and a jewel it is. But first, I'm gonna find that tweet from old Booty Gauge, Peter Butt, because he had to deflect. He had to put the blame on somebody else. Booty Gauge. James Trump. He said, we're constrained, you poor thing. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Nope, don't need that. Here, I'll find it actually right here. It's not his fault, okay? He's still suffering from postpartum depression. Ladies, any of you ladies who had kids out here, was it so easy for you to bounce back and do your job properly? Huh? Did you just come in kicking down the doors at your work? I'm back. I had a baby. No. Some of you had postpartum depression to deal with. And that's what Pete Buttigieg is dealing with. He's not able to just come back in here and do his job well. He still has baby brain. He's still dealing with all the hormones from giving birth. He's still dealing with the after effects of giving birth. Hold on, let me see if damn, I had it. What the fuck? Constrained. Here we go. Here we go. This is from the verified blue checkmark Twitter account of Peter Butt, Secretary Peter Butt. We are constrained by law on some areas of rail regulation, in parentheses, like the braking rule withdrawn by the Trump administration in 2018 because of a law passed by Congress in 2015. But we are using powers we do have to keep people safe. Oh, thank you, Peter Butt. So despite the blame shifting, we're using the powers we do have. Well, Peter Butt, why don't you use the powers that you have and shut the fuck up about the powers that you don't have? Because the powers that you don't have aren't doing anybody any good. So why are you talking about them, stupid? But they can't take the R word. Responsibility. It doesn't matter what Trump may or may not have done. He's not here anymore. Hasn't been for coming up on 3 years. He's not here. And if he undid something, it says like the braking rule withdrawn by the Trump administration in 2018. Well, then why don't you wake up Sloppy Joe and have him reenact that rule or see what you can do about it, since it's so crucial, since the withdrawal of that rule is putting you in such a bind and making it so hard for you to do your job. Why don't you look into undoing it or putting it back into place? Kathleen Walters. He is that word, but that's not the word that I was referring to. So why don't they do that? Or here's an idea. Okay? J954. I'll butt that for $1. Here's an idea, okay? Since Biden is pervertus, the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. Since he was Mr. Executive Order, he did more executive orders than any other president. Day one, he was handing out executive orders, right? He was handing out executive orders like they were invitations to a playhouse that he built in the back of his house in front of an elementary school. That's how fast he was handing those out. So why don't you do an executive order to make it so Peter Butt can do his job better? I don't know. You guys didn't have a problem with that before. But just know we're having a hard time. We're constrained. We're being held back. Our hands are tied. Okay, our hands are tied behind our back because of Trump. But we're doing the best we can. Well, then why don't you have Biden do an executive order or whatever and get around that or go through that roadblock so you can help the American citizens as best you can? Why don't you do that? Why isn't it the well-being of the people of East Palestine, Ohio is our number one priority, and we are going to do whatever we have to do to make sure that their town is cleaned up if possible, or they're relocated if they have to be. We're going to take care of everything. Maybe you guys should dip into the fencing around the fucking Capitol budget. Why don't you cut that budget out? Stop acting afraid of us if you're not there doing stupid, illegal shit and put it toward those people. Dip into the flying the illegals around the country while we sleep money. Dip into the putting illegals in 4- or 5-star hotels money and use that for these people. So many places. You can dip into the Ukraine fund. You can actually tell, I know, this is crazy. This is wild. Okay, this is wild, but I'm going to throw it out there. Okay, bear with me. Don't tune out as soon as I say this. Okay, please don't. But you could tell Ukraine, wait a second, America needs us. Crazy, I know. Don't go, no, don't tune out. No, I know, I said crazy shit. Like help Americans first. Don't tune out. It's just an idea. None the miser, I wasn't even going to say that because that is borderline blasphemy. He said Nancy's vodka budget. You know Nancy isn't going to let a dollar go anywhere else but that Popov vodka budget. She'll be standing on top of that money. She'll be guarding that vault like Scrooge McDuck. You try to get that shit? You ever seen like what's it, the dog whisperer, Cesar Millan, the Bach leader, and they have dogs that have food aggression. When you try to reach in their foot in their bowl, I've seen them stick like a fake hand in their dog. Fuck that hand up. That's Nancy with her vodka budget. Don't even think about it. Don't even say it. Matter of fact, let me issue an official apology from Jericho Green Enterprises for even speaking out loud about taking money from Nancy's vodka budget. That's a no-no. But there are many, 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 many places they could take this money from, but they won't, because you're American citizens and you're fucking white. Bullshit. So it's Trump's fault. In a nutshell, always blame the orange. All else fails, blame the orange. Now, let me give you this gem, okay? This is something that if it were, speaking of Trump, if Trump were to say this, you would see the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest orgy ever. Brian King B. Falcon, also a member, says it's all about Big Daddy Crane. That's right, man. All about Ukraine. You don't get no money till we've taken care of Ukraine. Don't even say it. J954, I will bring back Good Gun, okay? I promise. It's been a busy cycle the past couple days here. I'm writing it down for tomorrow. Good Gun. There we go. It shall happen. So let it be written, so shall it be done. So if Trump said what Biden said yesterday, the mainstream mediocres, Hollywood, other politicians, the local Cortezes, all of them would all get together and it would just be the biggest, nastiest, smelliest orgy on earth in human history. Because they would have gotten what they wished for every night. Not health and happiness for their family or for the country or anybody else. We want to catch that orange son of a bitch with a racist smoking gun. And had he said what Biden said, they would have it. And you would tune into all these different outlets, the MSNBCs, the CNNs, the HuffPo, Washington Post, all these shit leftist rag bullshit organizations. You would tune into them all and you would see the same thing. You see Ricky Maddow and Donna Lamone and Joyless Reed in The View. You see Whoopi Goldberg in there, bent over. They'd all be in there. All kinds of shit. Obama. Oh, let me get in there. Big Mike, why don't you bring that big tool over here? He'd be in there. Right? Because Biden said this. Biden when are you people when are you people gonna learn? You cannot put Biden in front of a hot mic and black folk. You can't do it. It's going to end badly if you do that. Okay? When are they going to learn? Do they want to learn? At this point, do you even want to learn? Because this is what happens when you put Bidenus pervertus in front of a hot mic and black folk. Oh my goodness. This is the best. I'm bringing up the page right now. I'm hitting the link. I can't believe that he said it. He didn't even catch it. So this must be how he really feels. Because he didn't say, oh shit, nothing. No, the crowd didn't, oh, they didn't gasp or nothing. Maybe they're used to it. Maybe they're used to it. So here we go. Sharing the screen with you. Biden is pervertist. Hot mic. Black folk. What'd you say, man? What'd you say?
He got some guns on him. You got a hell of a new governor in Westmore, I tell you.
Wait a minute before we get to it. Wes Moore is the first, again, they love the first. They love to be impressed by unimpressive shit. Wes Moore is the first black governor of the state of Maryland. You got Mr. Everything is Racist. He just introduced a screening of Till, the movie about Emmett Till, Jim Eagle, and Jim Crow 2.0, and all this shit.
He's the real deal, and the boy looked like he can still play.
The what looks like he can still play, Sloppy Joe? The what?
He got some guns on him.
What'd you say?
He's the real deal, and the boy looked like he can still play.
One more time, Sloppy Joe. Who?
He's the real deal, and the boy looked like he can still play.
Uh-oh.
He got some guns on him.
Uh-oh. Did Biden is pervertist, what man, just sit up there talking about a black man in the middle of Black History Month? Did he just sit up there and say, that boy looked like he could still play? Uh-oh. Now, I don't see a scenario where I would be talking about another man and refer to him as boy. I just don't. I find it disrespectful. I don't like it when people call me bud. Hey, what's going on, bud? Fuck, do I look like an 8-year-old with my baseball cap on backwards, throwing a ball into my mitt saying, come on, can we play catch, please? Call me bud. Damn sure don't call me boy. And it's not even, I'm not even taking it to the racist level, boy, which is probably how he meant it. But just to call a grown man a boy is disrespectful. You don't do that shit. Now, is this a transgression against black folks? And, I'm not going to get out of bed for 2 days and the blinds are going to be drawn. I'm going to be depressed because he called a black man boy. No. But if Trump said, he didn't, and Biden didn't say, boy, he looks like he could still play. No, he said that boy looks like he can still play. If Trump was talking about a black person, and not only a black person, but he's the first black governor of Maryland, and it's Black History Month, because you know they would bring it up. That could be it. They would probably figure out a way to impeach him for calling that man boy. So fucking stupid the way they would act. But they didn't say shit when Biden just called that dude boy. They would have lost their minds. It's orgy time. We got him. We caught him. Never mind the grab the pussy stuff. No. This is much sweeter. He called a black man boy. They would lose their fucking minds if Trump said, that boy looks like he could still play. Wow. Rickard, Biden, tell you what, boy, let's go behind the gym and I'll slap your nappy head. I kick Sugar Pop's ass. I can handle your guns. And they'd never say a word to Brandon. Never. Holy shit. I saw that. I was like, wait a minute. What? He said, that boy looks like he can still play. He's got some guns on him. Biden, you are such a fucking idiot. You are such a fucking idiot. How in that? 81 million, my ass. Now, are there 81 million dumbasses in the world? Yeah. Or I'm sorry, in our country? Yeah. Faux show. There's even more. But did 81 million of them cast a vote for this guy? I don't think so. That boy looks like he can still play. Could you imagine? That boy looks like he can still play. Could you imagine? Somebody could get on a school bus and kill all the little kids on the school bus and they wouldn't mention it because they would be too busy covering Trump saying that boy looks like he could still play. Fucking shame. Now, as a black man, I don't give a fuck what he said. But everybody else would. Oh my goodness. Trump, if he said that, that boy looks like he could still play. What? Oh my goodness. All the black senators and congressmen, all of the black congressional black caucus and all these fucking fake empty suit bitches. Let's keep it going though. Biden, you're on a roll. You're on a roll with this racist shit. Why don't we keep it going? Why stop now? Why stop now? You're on a roll. This is the first few minutes. He had a 7-minute speech. I could not make it through the whole 7 minutes. I got like 5.5 in and I pulled the plug. I pulled my chute. I couldn't. But this is the first 4 minutes of him introducing the Emmett Till movie as a screening at the White House. At the White House. Till, a movie about a young black boy who was murdered by some vile, disgusting demons who somehow escaped hell. Somehow they made it past Lucifer and they got back on earth and they perpetrated this most disgusting act on this little boy. There is no punishment on earth that fits what they did. Maybe if they did the exact same thing to them, it might come close. But that was a child. And the woman, so here's the story real quick. There was Emmett Till was a 14-year-old boy visiting, I believe, Mississippi in 1955, and he was coming from Chicago. So it was different up north. It wasn't as Jim Crow-ish as it is down south. So he went down there with his up north big city view of things and allegedly made some kind of remark or whistled at a white woman. She goes telling a totally different story, and they get this mob together, her husband and I think his brother or something, find Emmett Till, take him to this cotton gin factory. They beat him, they torture him, they beat him so bad that one of his eyeballs popped out, and they shot him, and then they took razor wire and wrapped it around his throat, and then to sink his body, they connected a fan, one of these cotton gin fans, to his neck and threw him in the river. And his mother, at his funeral, she didn't want a closed casket. She wanted it to be open so the world could see what they did to him. And he looked horrible. I don't even want to see the pictures. Absolutely horrible thing. And the woman who made the false accusation, who fucking lied and had that made that happen to that boy, she came out years later, admitted that she was lying, and now some lawyer wants to draft up papers to have her arrested. And she's what, 88 years old? She's like 88 or 89. Look, I'm all for bringing somebody to justice no matter how old they are. Like when they get the Nazis and shit and they make them face their war crimes and they hang them at 92 years old. Great. It's not the age. Your act was horrific. This is what you deserve. There's no statute of limitations on this bitch. But she is senile. She suffers from severe dementia, and she wouldn't be fit to stand trial in the first place. And even if she was, she doesn't even know what she did. She has Biden brain. She doesn't even know what she did. So what would be the point of bringing her to justice if she's not aware of it? And again, they wouldn't even put her through trial. She's all fucked up. But there are people like, no matter what, man, I want her brought to justice. There is no more justice. Unfortunately, this woman didn't get caught for this shit and brought up on charges when they found out she lied. But there ain't shit you can do to an 88-year-old woman who's senile. If she had all her faculties, she's a female version of Jack LaLanne, hook her up to the electric chair. But that's not the case. But this is the movie. This movie is about his mother and how she went on to be like a civil rights activist, and the whole process of her going through her grief and showing the world what happened. And this is the movie that you choose to show at the fucking White House. This is the worst movie that's been shown at the White House since Birth of a Nation. It's always sad. It's always marred in violence and despair and old times. All of their grievances, I think it was Gavin McInnes who said this, all of the left's grievances are in black and white. It's always some old shit that we've already gone past. This shit isn't happening to black kids today at the hands of some racist white man from some lying white lady. You can't just say, he touched me, and they string him up an hour later. That's not the world we live in anymore. But they so badly, they want us to. So what do you have to say, you oatmeal brain son of a bitch? Al Green, what the fuck you doing there? Here we go. Yeah, history matters except when it comes to what you teach in school. History doesn't matter. You want to distort it and fill it with lies. But right now, when you can garner some sympathy and squeeze some drops of sympathy out of this racism fruit, now history matters. Yeah, old for my taste, but still a student. Wait a minute. Hold on. Now, I'm assuming that those are college kids, but let's see. One second. All right, never mind. I was looking to see if they were like any elementary schools or something. I'm like, because they sounded like they're young adults, but I'm like, did this fool really just say a classroom of children in there? Not like you wouldn't. That's why I had to check. Oh boy. You've never fully given up on it. You keep trying to give up on it, but you haven't fully given up on it, but you will. Bullshit. That is a bunch of bullshit. You don't want us to know everything. You just want to know the bad parts that happen to black people. You don't want to hear about the successes and the contributions and the accolades. You don't want bullshit. Don't you lie to me, you fucking asshole. You don't care about all of history. Fucking punk. Yeah, we are. One of the great honors of your career was to sign a bill into law that was useless. That law is useless. Two reasons. Number one, murder, no matter how it's carried out, is already illegal. But now you're going to make it illegal federally? Okay. Number two, who the fuck is getting lynched? The last lynching in America was in 1981. 1981. Not even 2001. Not even 2011 or 21. 1981. There's a lynching memorial in somewhere in the South or some bullshit. It's dumb. But there's a lynching memorial, and there's like a wind chime for every person that, or these, it's some kind of artwork they made, and these things are hanging down, and each one represents a black person that was lynched in America. Do you know how many black people were lynched in America according to the records? 4,000. 4,000 black folks were lynched in America. You know how many black folks are murdered by other black folks in America every year? 7,000. So if you double the amount of black folks lynched in this country's history, it would barely be 1,000 more than the black folks that get murdered by other black folks every single year. That's only 1 year. Throw in 2 years, that 4,000 is nothing. Think of all the years that it's been 7,000 every single year. That stupid 4,000 pales in comparison. And I'm not talking about their lives are nothing and they mean nothing. I'm talking about the number. You trot this number out like it's supposed to amaze us. That is a lot of people. That is very sad. But we got numbers shitting on that happening right now. And I don't hear you talking about that shit. But you signed an anti-lynching bill into law. Nobody's getting lynched anymore, you fucking dummy. So who cares? But here they are, his little trained seals. Yep, throw a little fish in their mouth. All your little Larry Kubiaks out there, eat now. Throw them a little fish. There you go. Clap. There he goes. You know, folks. Get ready for some more bullshit, folks. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you talking about all this? Why are you bringing up all this horrible shit that happened to black folks? Hung, bodies burned, castrated. Their crime? Just trying to vote. Why would you bring that up? Why is it always the bad shit? Why is it always the sad shit? I'm so fucking sick and tired of this one-sided storytelling. I'm sick of it. Black folks in this country are more than just this battered, abused group of people that just can't get ahead in life because of some bullshit we weren't even alive for. Who do you do this for? Who do you make excuses for? Children. Simply being black. He always says it the same way. Black. Like it leaves a bad taste in his mouth. Black. Ugh, black. Blah, 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 gross. Give me some water. Simply for being black. So what is he telling this group of people? And what is he telling everybody watching? Being black was a crime back then to angry, evil white people, and it's still the same today. You still can't get ahead in life. You're still being persecuted for being black. Only they've switched out the white hoods for blue uniforms. Right, Joe? White crowds, white families, you evil, disgusting white people. What the fuck did you just say? He said the people were hung, bodies were burned, they were castrated. White families would come out, these white groups and white people would do this, and they would send people postcards of the carnage. And there are still people that want to do this today. Joe, instead of telling us what they want to do, why don't you tell us who the fuck they are so we can be on the lookout? Why don't you tell me who they are so we can be on the lookout so we can be safe? There are people that still want to do this today. Show me the tiny collection of toothless sister fuckers that still want to do this. What a piece of shit. Before 14-year-old Emmett Till. It's Emmett Till. Emmett Till. You mush mouth dipshit. Emmett Till. What? So it's just black and brown people. White people, when your kids learn to drive and they're going out on their own, fuck it. Say what you want, disrespect the cop, reach for his gun, slap him in the face, or don't even pull over at all. Just keep driving because you're white. You don't have anything to worry about. But you brown and black people, you guys wait right here. White folks, get out of here. Black and brown, you guys wait. Let me talk to you. What the fuck are you talking about? My parents never had no damn talk with me about being black. They told me the same shit that every parent tells their kid. When you get pulled over by the police, be respectful, do what you're told. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. All parents say that, not just black and brown people, you fuck. What? Well, hey, give him a point. He got Tyree Nichols' name right. He didn't call him Tyler, so that's good. And any black parent whose child is going to go walking down the street and they worry about if they're going to come home or not, guess what, Joseph? Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be by the hands of a white person. There are plenty of black parents who send their kid to walk down the street in black neighborhoods who have a real fear of their kid not coming back. What color are you wearing? Where are you going? What time is it? That shit really happens, but it's not at the hands of a fucking boss hog who's looking out for a nigger to take down. And I only did the first 4 minutes because that's all I could fucking handle. What a piece of shit. So basically, America is still like that. Every black kid is a potential Emmett Till. And every black parent, when you send your kid out of the house, you give them a tearful goodbye because this could be the last time that you see them. And their only crime is being black. Ugh. Ugh, black. Ugh. Gross. Give me a napkin so I can wipe off my tongue because I just said black. You fucking bitch. You bitch. Matthew Quinlan, you want a fun video? Watch Jared Taylor destroy R.A. the Rugged Man. I've seen that before. And R.A. the Rugged Man is a great rapper. But his social political views, he's fucking retarded. He's so stupid. But yeah, I've seen that before. He's an idiot. Great rapper, but he's a dumbass. That's right, DMW 24/7 TV. I took that bullet for you, man. He said JG is actually saving us brain cells. I did. I took that bullet. I got dumber. You guys notice if I sound dumber than I usually do, it's because I watched that. Marie Coe, did I see you become a member? If I missed it, because I could only see the screen. Welcome, 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 welcome. Scoot down, cool kids. We got a new member. She says evil doesn't have a color. Yeah, it does. Why? If you're white, you're the devil. If you're not white, you're an angel. Period. And if you're not white, all of your problems stem from white people. And if you are white, it's your fault. You should feel bad for it and help out a colored person any chance you get. I fucking hate that, man. I hate that. I hate that people still subscribe to that bullshit. Are you kidding me that this is not the world we live in anymore? There are cemeteries filled with the bodies of black folks and white folks who fought to give us the world that we live in today, whether it be civil rights activists or soldiers or anybody else who did something to make this country better. So today we can fuck around and say stupid shit like that. Cemeteries are full of them. And you get your punk ass up there and act like nothing has changed. It's not in the too distant past. Parents are still having that talk with their kids in black and brown communities. Fuck you, no, they're not. Every parent should tell their child when they become of driving age, how to act with the police. They're an authority figure. Show respect. Do what you're told. Come home. If they did something wrong, we will handle it. Then we will bring down the fury of our parenthood on those officers. We have recourse in this country. That's one of the things that separates us from poor countries is recourse. We can call people. There are entire organizations. Bring your ass home safe and we will handle it. Every parent should tell their kid that. But no. Oh, have a seat, son. Have a seat, daughter. I have to tell you what it's like being out in public when you're black. You ever see that video of these people, these black folks having the talk with their kids? And this guy, this black father has the talk, or he tells his daughter, his 9-10-year-old daughter, about the time that he was beaten up by the police. And he tells, oh, they held me down and they punched me in my face and all this shit. And his daughter starts bawling because she's so sad to hear that somebody was hurting her daddy. Why would you tell her that, you fucking asshole? Why would you tell your child that? She did not need to know that at 10 years old. This is what it is. They have to keep stirring the pot. It's like if you're making something, you have to keep stirring it so it doesn't burn. If you stop stirring it, it's going to stick to the bottom and it's going to burn and it's not going to be edible. You won't be able to use it. They can't let this racism shit settle or they won't be able to use it. That's why they're always stirring that shit up. This is the fucking movie you picked for Black History Month. Number one, Black History Month is stupid. Number two, why are you having a screening here for Black History? Do you screen black movies any other time of the year? Chozo Ghost, thank you. Yo, JG, we haven't had any. What? No sound? You guys didn't hear that shit? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, since you already heard the way I feel about it, I'll play it for you. Then you can hear this jackass. See, when I have the screen up, I can't see this one. I would have saw that a long time ago. Okay, so here we go. You guys let me know if you can hear this shit now. Fucking idiot. Let's see. Oh, okay, I see what I did. God, fucking amateur hour. Here we go. I'll just play it and you guys can hear it.
The House is here. Well, welcome to the White House, everyone. This is a special, special occasion. You know, I'd like to start by thanking the members of Congress who are here. And is Emmanuel Cleaver here? I know that Al Green's here and Jonathan Jackson's here. There you are. I got you. Okay, now I can see you. Thank you. I'm honored to host all of you at this special evening during Black History Month for a simple reason. History matters. History matters. Hi, guys. How are you? You all students?
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good to see you. Welcome to the White House.
Your parents aren't here, are they? Yeah, you're all
I
alone?
remember me when one of you were president.
You all
they said,
alone?
Joe Biden's in the waiting room. Don't say Joe who, okay? All right. Anyway, to remember history is to shine a light on the good, the bad, the truth, and who we are as a nation. And our history shows that while darkness and denialism hide very much, they erase nothing. They can't erase the past. They shouldn't. Only with truth comes healing and justice and repair and another step forward for that promise we all made to have never reached a more perfect union. But we've never fully given up on it. That's why we can't just choose to learn what we want to know and what we shouldn't. We have to learn what we should know. We should know everything about our history. And that's the great nations do. Great nations. And we're a great nation. And that's why history matters so much. You know, that's why this film matters so much.
Can you guys hear it? I'm just checking the comments just to make sure you guys can hear it, because I think I saw somebody there saying the sound was low. Can you guys hear it good? All right. Rick Rickard says, yep, I'm going with it. Okay. Sorry. Let's get back to it.
You know, it was almost exactly 1 year ago that I signed a law more than 100 years in the making. It was an honor. It was one of the great honors of my career, the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act, making lynching a federal hate crime. You know, folks, lynching is pure terror, enforcing the lie that not everyone belongs in America and not everyone is created equal. Pure terror to systematically undermine hard-fought civil rights. Innocent men, women, children hung by a noose from trees, bodies burned, drowned, castrated. Their crimes, trying to vote, trying to go to school, trying to own a business, trying to preach the gospel, false accusations of murder, arson, robbery, lynched for simply being black.
Simply being black. Ugh.
Nothing more. With white crowds, white families gathered to celebrate the spectacle, taking pictures of the bodies and mailing them as postcards. Hard to believe, but that's what was done. And some people still want to do that. You know, as this film powerfully does, it tells a story of a mother's loss and a young son's promise. A nation.
Why the fuck would you pick this movie? Why would you pick this story? Not only has it been beaten to death, we've heard it a million times. Find somebody new to highlight. But to describe that, why?
Is reckoning about hate, violence, and power. You know, before 14-year-old Emmett Till left on his trip to visit his family in Mississippi, Miss Till, a teacher who knew the history, reminded him, be very careful how you speak. Say, yes, sir, no, ma'am. Don't hesitate to humble yourself if you have to get down on your knees. That conversation is not in the distant past. Same talk today. So many black and brown family parents have to have that similar conversation with their children, worrying about whether they'll come home from a walk down the street or playing in the park or just driving the car like we saw Tyree Nichols.
Motherfucker, I know your brain is stuck in the 1950s. That's not the world we live in. Colored people lower on the color chart than you, Sloppy Joe, aren't living in fear, shaking like leaves every time they leave the house. Now, it might be like that in some of these Democrat-run shitholes that you fostered, but the majority of America does not live like that, no matter what color they are. And why aren't you up there screening a movie about white folks in the police? Twice as many white people are killed by the police every year than black folks. Where's your screening about that?
Nichols just last month. They're becoming a victim of too many acts of hate and violence unleashed. Hello.
Thank God that's the end. Thank God. Anybody heard of Anthony Mitchell? Do we know Anthony Mitchell's name? We know Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin and the patron saint of fentanyl, George Floyd. We know all those. You guys know who Anthony Mitchell is. That's right, Matthew Quinlan, Daniel Shaver, Tony Timpa. Do you know who Anthony Mitchell is? Anthony Mitchell is a white man recently, and I think at the end of January, in jail. So the police show up. He's had some mental issues. His parents or somebody called the police. When the police show up, he shoots a couple shots at the police. The police finally take him into custody. They put him in jail, and they lock him inside of a refrigerator in the kitchen. They lock him inside the refrigerator, and he freezes to death. How come we don't know who Anthony Mitchell is? Because if some white cops threw a black guy into a cooler, into a fucking industrial refrigerator, and he froze to death, you already know the parade of individuals, of race pimps, who would be rushing to the scene. Rome 13, he's got a brain made out of Play-Doh. He sure does. Play it again, Tony. Are you shitting me? If it's about reform, if it's about all that shit, then why aren't you talking about it all? Mental Mentalist Wife, Playboy. I only read it for the articles. Only read it for the articles. Oh, man. Oh. That is hilarious. Uh-oh. Let's see. Do we have a troll in here? Probably judging by the name. 3M TA3 4UTBNVS, whatever that means. It says, hey, MF, I think that stands for motherfucker. Stop putting Latin folks on your tongue. Ew, what does that mean? That sounds gross. I don't think it's the kind of material we have here on Jericho Green, but what does that mean? J954, thank you. JG in the comment section needs to listen to Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun. Sick. Real hip hop. Also, JG, I have a super chat making fun of woke racism out here. Okay, I'll find it. I was looking at the other screen, so probably got past me. But a whole bunch of numbers and letters, whoever that was, explain to me how I have Latins on my tongue. What does that mean? Don't know what that means, guys. Come on, you got to be clearer. I'll find it, J954. Don't worry. Don't even trip. You know I wouldn't even trip. What movie is that from? You know I wouldn't even trip. Hold on, I'll find it. I'll find it. Looking for that trooper duper. Sandra Arella, thank you. I've heard it all. No, Sandra. Just when you think you've heard it all, they're going to come with some crazy shit out of left field that you couldn't even comprehend. LDS German Shepherd Boy, thank you. You ever realize most of these victims were addicted to some drugs of some kind? Yeah, man. That's usually what makes you do dumb shit like that with the police. You got to be on something. Because nobody of sound mind is going to do some of the things that these people do in the custody of the po-po. So you got to have something going on. Something's got to be not right, chemically imbalanced. I'll find it. Leonard S. Brandon's Latin name, Potatus Maximus. I agree. At least, remember that science experiment? You could shove a couple wires in a potato and it will power a light bulb. So, what the fuck? It will power a light bulb. At least the potato can do something. It can contribute. Brian Hendricks, welcome to the Cool Kids Table. Another member. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Longtime consistent member of this here. Thank you, Brian. Brian. J954. Got you. JG, what up, son? Hope y'all have a great month. Enjoy your Friday dinner of barbecued ribs and watermelon. Yeah, if I was at one of these like one of these woke schools or something that changed their menu in February. Down with EBT. Yeah, you know me. Racism is dumb. It is. And the perpetrators of it are dumb too. That's so dumb. There was some a school or something. This little girl, they changed the menu to like watermelon and fried chicken or something. And she was sitting there with her mom. Oh, I'm so offended. Shut up. Everybody likes all of those things. I've seen people of all colors eating fried chicken and loving it. And I've seen people of all races eating watermelon and loving it. So something everybody kind of likes. Meat on a bone and sweet fruit, I'm down. Especially when it's hot in the summertime. Oh, man. Hook me up with a cold piece of watermelon, put that bitch in the fridge overnight. Come on. You go ahead and stand there and not eat some of this cold ass fruit if you want to in this heat. Go ahead. So jumble of letters and numbers. No, nothing to explain yourself about the Latins on my tongue. Oh, so stupid. Desiree, I didn't get that in school, brat. Yeah, really. Fuck you complaining about? But she there with her mama, being all over emotional and shit. She had a daddy, probably like, don't talk about that shit. That's dumb. Heather says, if you don't like his Mexican accent, don't watch, idiot. That's too simple. It's too easy for people to tune out and not hear it in the first place. They must make themselves heard. You have to hear me. You hurt my feelings, so you have to hear about it. I don't care, fucker. Oh, man. Kenneth Jackson, Jericho, there are 35,000 police officers in New York City, which makes it the safest city in the world. Ooh, I think it depends on what side of town you're on. That's a lot of damn cops, though. But how many people in New York? Like 10 million people or 8 million people, something like that? Crazy population. Crazy number. God dang. Hold on. Comments jumped again. Hold on. God dang comments. I'll tell you what. Fried chicken is the business, especially between two white buns with white mayonnaise. Hey, man, I'm telling you, we could all enjoy some of that. Well, guys, I got homeowner shit to do. You know what I was doing right before I came in here? I was out there mixing chemicals and I was spraying the damn weeds. It rained for like 2 weeks and then it's been sunny for a couple weeks now. So the weeds have just sprung up on me. So I got to get out there and spray that shit down. Kill those damn weeds. J954, thank you again. He's all, I want Latins on my tongue. Sup, AOC? Holla at me. You do have a thing for AOC, man. You do. You think she's bonita? Go ahead, man. Hey, I hope she does hook up with you. Maybe you can set her ass straight. She needs to get away from that little that male feminist she's engaged to. So maybe good luck to you, man. Get with AOC and straighten her out because that woman is all fucked up. All fucked up. Let's see. Nuclear 1-2. Weed and feed. I didn't get the weed and feed. I got some shit that came in a brown bottle. I told the dude I want scorched earth. So this is what he gave me. So I mix it up. I mix it a little stronger than it should be. It's like I said, I want him dead. So that's what I'm doing. DMW 24/7 TV says not even close to safe. And he's there in New York. So it should be. It should be safe with an army of soldiers like that, or officers like that, excuse me. But apparently it's not. When you talk to the people on the ground, it is not safe. James Bateman. He says, I get Latin on my tongue 24/7. My wife's from Mexico. Molly means I will. I'm gonna go take care of my chores, man. Kids think that when you're an adult, you don't have no more chores to do. That kids are the only ones that do chores. No. The difference is when you're an adult, you still have chores, but there's nobody to remind you to do them. That's the difference. Sheep will beware. At Jerick, jumped on me again. You know how active this comment section gets. Don't use anything like Roundup, causes cancer. No, I'm not using Roundup. To be honest, I don't know what exactly it's called, but it's not Roundup. Daryl 333 says I'm scorching weed right now. Yeah, but it's different. I'm like weeds in the yard. You're scorching weed that comes in a baggie. Do your thing, man. Get the munchies ready because it's coming. DJ John T, thank you. We have 2 cops here where I live, and I'm safe. Well, I think it's all about. I think it's all about the higher ups, the mayor, the police chief. You know, the management. If they demand excellence from their officers, they will have excellence from their officers, and the people will have a safe environment. God forbid you're safe where you live. Sagittarius dad, goats will eat the weeds. They will, but I don't think I have enough to warrant a flock of goats in my backyard. But there you'll see them starting in a couple weeks around where I live. You'll see the groups of sheep that they herd to different areas. People pay them to to eat the brush and the weeds. Man, when those sheep are done, I'm talking everything is gone. We have the weeds with the little orange and or yellow and purple flowers. They eat every petal. There ain't shit left. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I got work to do. Damn it, I can't sit here and play all day with you guys. I got to go get some shit done. But thank you for being here. Tomorrow, who knows what they're going to give us? Who knows what's going to happen? But whatever it does, we will be right here. I thank you. You were great. I was great. We were great. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and MyGreenGear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.